Hey playa, if you're getting ready for your very first date or you just want to know what to expect on your first date, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to share several tips with you to get you prepared to know what to expect on that first date so that you can have a simple, fun, and easy enough time that you can ask them out a second time. This is a question I receive a lot. Let's say you've worked up the courage to talk to your crush. Now it's time for you to ask them out and figure out how you can have a first date that is enjoyable. Luckily, I've already put together a video featuring 10 amazing first date ideas, which you should definitely check out after this. The purpose of this video is going to be focused on developing the right mentality in that type of situation. One thing to remember is that if you're the one that wants to ask them out, then it's on you to take charge to handle the whole setup of the date. Leaving plans open or in the air by saying things like, I don't know, whatever you want to do, doesn't convey confidence or certainty in what you're expecting from that person. Also, being more generic in the way that you ask them by saying something like, do you want to go out sometime, won't give you as specific result if you were to say something like, hey, after school on Friday, do you want to go check out this ice cream spot with me? The more specific you are in what it is that you want to do, the easier it'll be for the person to give you a straightforward answer. Plus, it shows them that you're inviting them into your world, and you're not just sitting around waiting for them to give you a chance. You're actually creating a chance for them to take. What you end up choosing to do on the date won't really change what your attitude should be, so there are a few universal things that you should understand if you want to have a great first date experience. Whether it's someone you've hung out with before or someone you're hanging out with for the very first time, the goal is to create a safe, fun, and comfortable environment with them every single time you meet up. If it's a first date, a lot of times people make the simple mistake of creating initial distance between you and that person. Sometimes they'll stay a few feet away and just wave hi or just say hello with a nod. What I recommend doing is putting on a big smile and going for a hug. Now that doesn't always mean they're going to welcome a hug or want a hug when you first meet, so be very mindful of that. However, usually a hello hug really isn't a problem. The reason why it's important to go for a hug right in the beginning is because it sets the tone that there isn't going to be this awkward 2 or 3 feet between you guys for the whole night. You've already made physical contact, so there isn't that awkwardness and reason to keep your distance. Besides, the more touch that happens between the two of you guys, the easier it'll be to feel more comfortable. I even made a video all about how to touch your crush without being weird or creepy about it. And now that you've already said hello and hug them, the next easy step to take is to start immediately talking about what you guys met up to do. Try your best to not allow awkward silence to slip in at that point, because that moment right as soon as you guys meet is very crucial. The more you start talking and the faster you do it, the easier it'll be to get a natural conversation flowing. And talking about what you guys have planned for the day is an easy way to show them that you're excited to do it and you're excited to spend that time with them. Generally, there are 3 types of things people do on dates. One is some kind of activity. That might mean going to a movie, seeing a live band, or doing something that requires both of your guys' focus and attention. The second is eating together. That might mean going to a restaurant, splitting a pizza pie, or just going to get some ice cream. And the third is spending personal time together. That might mean going for a walk, hanging out at someone's house, or just generally spending your time talking about each other with each other. So, setting up the perfect first date means knowing which of these 3 types of activities you guys plan on doing together. It could be one or all 3 of them. A good example might be something like going to the movies together, going to grab pizza, and then going for a walk and talking. And during each of these activities, try to work in questions or stories that you can ask them or talk about to help keep the conversation flowing while you're doing them. If we're going with the previous movie example, you can ask questions like, when was the last time you went to the movies? What's your favorite movie of all time? Hey, the last time I went to the movies, I went to go see... Or if you're going out to eat, you could say something like, have you ever eaten at this place before? What's your favorite type of food? Oh man, I'm so excited. The last time I had pizza was... Or if you're just walking around together, you can ask questions and share stories like, what do you like to do for fun? If you can travel to any country in the world, where would you want to go? Or, ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be this, and then explain that story. These are just a few examples of the different types of things that you can say. It's important to be creative and to truly listen to what that person is telling you, because from what they're telling you, you can ask follow-up questions. I explain that in a little bit more details in the video I'm sharing here in the cards with you. As far as escalating the date physically between the two of you, look for simple moments where you can make light gestures that you can tap them on the arm or give them a high five just to keep some kind of physical contact contact going throughout the night. Each of these small steps throughout the night will eventually build the comfort that you need to hold their hand, put your arm around their back, or even kiss them. Just remember, you don't have to kiss on the first date. It's totally normal, and you don't have to feel pressured into doing so. Kiss them when you both feel comfortable and ready to do so. But even before you reach the end of the first date, try to look at different things you guys talked about throughout the night to help springboard into you setting up the second date. Did they mention a movie they want to see or a place they want to eat? Try to take note of those little things and mention to them that you're having a lot of fun and that you want to do that thing with them. Just don't wait for the total end of the night though, because when you do wait for the end, it ends up looking forced and rushed and doesn't seem like it's flowing natural between the two of you. What do you guys think? Have you ever been on a first date before? If you have, share your story below. If you haven't, what do you feel is holding you back from asking out your crush and experiencing that first date? Once again, leave your comments below. And once your date is over and you've said your goodbyes, there's nothing wrong with shooting them a message to let them know you had a fun time with them. I know people say that you don't want to look too desperate or too eager, but the way I see it, there's nothing wrong with having a good time with someone and then feeling excited and telling them, hey, I'm happy I spent time with you. Don't let peer pressure convince you to not message them and to avoid them, to build mystery and to do all those different types of things. If you had a good time with them, you should always let that person know that you enjoy their company and you're really looking forward to seeing them again. As always, guys, love and peace.